Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be talking about 10 critical tips that all beginners need to know when starting Red Dead Online. So because it's the holiday season, I'm assuming there's going to be some brand new players to Red Dead Redemption 2 that got the game for Christmas, or maybe you're just jumping into Red Dead Online because you really took your time playing the single player, which is totally cool. The single player in story mode was amazing. So today we're going to be looking at 10 really critical tips that you need to follow and that I have learned from playing for the last month or so. So tip number 1 today is don't be afraid to be good and bad. For a couple of reasons. Number 1, as it stands right now, honor really doesn't do a ton for you in game. And there's really not any negatives to being all the way dishonorable or all the way honorable. Instead, there's only positives. The first is that you're going to unlock new story mode missions. And this is something you might not have known about. Depending on which way you sway honor-wise, you'll actually unlock only a certain number of missions. So if you sway the other way, you'll unlock about 2 or 3 more missions that you can do, which not only will complete your story, but it'll give you more opportunities to earn money, XP, and on top of that, there's awards for becoming all the way dishonorable and all the way honorable, which means you'll get more XP for that. And it's super easy to reset your honor as well. Like, for example, if you're all the way bad and you want to become all the way good, just do some hunting and collect the animal parts. You'll get there in no time. Likewise, if you want to be bad, just go on a murdering spree. It shouldn't take you long at all to be all the way bad. And if worse comes to worse, you can just pay Old Man Jones 3 gold bars and he'll raise or lower your honor for you. So that's the first big tip right there. The second big tip is to do things in a posse. So I totally understand that some players want to be a lone wolf, but doing things in a posse not only will make things so much easier, like the stranger missions and whatnot that have you delivering mail to various locations on the map, but Rockstar has also confirmed that doing things in a posse will guarantee that you get more money out of doing things and more XP. So at the beginning of the game, when you're going to be short on money and you need to rank up as quickly as possible in order to get to level 10 and beyond to not only unlock a lot of the essentials you need in game, but also get treasure maps, ranking up quickly is going to be the thing you want to do. So whether it's a showdown series or you're just hanging out in free roam, you want to make sure you're in a posse because you're going to get more XP and more money as you go throughout your journey. Tip number 3 today, do not waste your money on camp upgrades. As it stands right now, none of the camp upgrades really benefit you. In fact, the only one that does is the tent in which you sleep in, but a lot of those are going to be locked, and it's not like they offer any exclusive rewards. They just make your cores go up quicker, which you can do so by gathering free food throughout the map. So that's something you really don't have to worry about all that much. The other upgrades you can do at the camp involve like changing your flag color, Cripps' outfit, the way your chairs and table look. Don't waste your money on that. At least as it stands right now, Rockstar haven't added enough content for camps to make it really worthwhile at all. So just don't worry about it. If you use the camps, great, but don't upgrade them. It really doesn't matter. Tip number 4 today, be sure to take advantage of the free stuff the game offers you. So the first thing you're going to want to check is if you have the Ultimate Edition of the game. If you have the Ultimate Edition of the game, there's going to be a lot of things waiting for you, including outfits, weapons, horses, and much more that are given to you for free. So be sure to check out all the areas in game, the stables, the general stores, the gunsmiths, because there's a chance that there's items in there that you can get for no money at all. Now, even if you don't have the Ultimate Edition of the game, go to places around the world that will give you free items. For example, in Valentine, you can get stew for free, which will essentially heal all of your cores pretty instantly. You can also go to the fence and grab yourself a free high roller double action revolver for most players, which is kind of awesome. So there's free weapons and everything scattered throughout the world waiting for you to claim. You just need to take advantage of it. Tip number 5 today, hunting is going to be your best friend, not only for making money, but for food as well. So hunting as it stands right now is probably the most lucrative way to make cash in Red Dead Online. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics of how to hunt in this video or what animals you should be looking for. I've done plenty of videos on that in the past. But what you should be doing is selling all the animal parts to the butcher, and you should be keeping the meat. Because what you can do is cook the meat and then combine it with wild herbs that you find, and you'll be able to heal all of your cores, which means you'll save money by not having to buy silly provisions from the general store. So now you won't be wasting your money on canned peaches and salted offal. Instead, you can just cook yourself big game meat, and you can heal yourself pretty effectively and for free for the most part. And that can be done at most campsites around the world and your own camp, in case you can't find one. Tip number 6 today, you need to get your essential items and weapons as quickly as you can. So what are those essential items? Well, I would say weapons that will allow you to hunt all types of animals. So for example, the varmint rifle. You're also going to need the bow, which will allow you to hunt most medium-sized animals. You're going to need a rifle to hunt larger animals like bears and alligators so that you can get their perfect quality pelts. You're also going to want to get the fishing rod as quickly as possible, which I think is unlocked at level 14, so it's actually not that high. So you need to get those essential items. Everything else is pretty much not essential. Like, it doesn't matter what clothes you wear, but it does matter what guns you have, and obviously a fishing rod is really the only effective way to fish in the game. So you need to grab those as soon as you can. Tip number 7 today, when you're designing your character, make sure you do it right because you only have one shot at this. As it stands right now, Rockstar don't have a way to go back and edit your character. So if you make them super ugly or have a feature that you end up regretting, you're going to have to delete your character and completely start over. Now, if you do delete your character, know that your money and gold will follow you, but that's it. You'll lose everything else, all your clothing and your weapon. So it's almost a complete reset with the exception of money and gold. Everything else, including your rank, your stats, is completely reset. Now, sort of building off of that, a secret tip you might not have known about is if you do reset your character, you'll actually get an opportunity to choose new clothing items that might actually be locked away. So as I'm sure you guys know, a lot of the cool clothing items are either locked to a certain rank or gold only. However, during the tutorial of the game, you'll actually have the option to choose some randomly selected clothing items. Now, each time you load up the tutorial, it will be different. So this will allow you to choose different outfits or different styles that you might not necessarily be able to unlock until a super higher rank. So that can be great for getting cold weather gear or just unique pieces of clothing that, again, you might not have access to until the higher ranks of 60, 70, and beyond. Tip number 8 today, focus on awards. This is something I feel like people don't pay enough attention to. The awards in this game are the best way to rank up. Now, there's some awards that will take a long time, like traveling 500 miles on horseback. You're not going to get that in one day. But there are some awards that you can do in a matter of seconds, like killing 6 enemies with 6 shots from your revolver without reloading, or killing a bird in mid-flight with a bow and arrow. That is an easy way to get XP for doing almost nothing. And in addition to that, you get some cool belt buckles that you can apply to all your different outfits as well. So go through all the award categories, see which ones you can get relatively easily, and also focus on the ones in which you can make sort of your long-term objective. Tip number 9 today, try all of the modes. So there's not a ton to do right now in Red Dead Online, but try the modes to see which ones you do best. Aside from hunting, the in-game showdown series and races are a pretty good way to make money if you win. So that's why I'm saying try all the modes to see which one you're the best at. You might be really good at name your weapon, but really bad at races. Or you might be really good at races, but not so great at hostile territory. You want to figure out the ones you excel at and then prioritize those. Because obviously the better you do in them, the more XP, gold, and money you're going to get after each successful win. And tip number 10 today, go out of your way to seek hideouts and ambushes. So not only do these hideouts and ambushes provide good opportunities to get practice on NPCs and enemies firing at you, which is good for showdown series and whatnot, you're also going to get a ton of loot, dynamite, provisions that you loot off of the characters, lots of XP, but there's also a good chance that you will get treasure maps from these hideouts. And this is by far a better and faster way to get treasure maps, which will give you gold, which will give you money. It will sometimes give you rare pamphlets for special items. So prioritize the gang hideouts. Anytime you see one, go for them, because they are super easy to just take out all the gang, and then you can just loot. And if you get lucky enough, you'll end up getting a treasure map, which will directly benefit you. But anyways, that right there is 10 critical tips that all new players in Red Dead Online need to be taking advantage of. So if you're a beginner, or maybe you just started playing Red Dead Online, these are things you need to be taking advantage of. So as always, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know if you have any other good tips or tricks that you think new or beginner players should be learning about. Let us know in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.